Hi, this is John Doe, aka Frags with the DNB Academy, and welcome to another sound recreation video. For this one, I decided to bring this brand new track from ENEI called Runner, which is an amazing tune. And I really fell in love with the bass line because it's a blend of more modern drum and bass with some of the old school techie elements in it. So I felt like it was a perfect time to make a tutorial about this bass. So first, let's take a look at the original, which sounds like this. Alright, it's awesome. So now let's just check what we've done here with our bass line, and then I'll show you the whole process. So yeah, this is pretty much it, guys. Now, let's flip into Serum and start working on our sound. Right, so now that we got our MIDI laid down, it's time for us to start playing around with Serum. Okay, so first things first, oscillator A, it's gonna be a saw wave, all right? And oscillator B, it's gonna be a ICANN S kick, which is an amazing wavetable due to the fact that it has a lot of harmonics. And that's what we want for this type of bass, right? Because it's a really percussive bass that we need to set an envelope shape that's pretty much going to control the whole thing, all right? So let's get into that part first then. For this one, I'm going to go with an envelope instead of the LFO/envelope, right? So we're going to do something that feels like it's quite choppy, you know, but still has room and has a bit of release when it comes to the end part of our sound, right? So for that, we're going to go with a filter, right? We're going to send both oscillators so we can already have a feeling of what's going on here, and we're going to assign these to the cutoff on polar mode, right? We might go with that MG low 24, so because it's a bit stronger, you know. And also, we're going to assign this to this envelope because this oscillator, I mean, because we don't want this to be the main character on the sound. I feel like the saw wave should do most of the job, all right? So before giving this a play, we need to crank down 3 octaves here and 2 octaves on this one. It needs to be 1 higher, and we're gonna play a bit here with our wavetable position, all right? And we also gonna assign this here, so it just changes a bit. Okay, so let's hear what we have so far. Sorry, this is it. Alright, getting there. Let's take this off because we want this to be a bit more size. Now let's turn on the sub oscillator. As you can see, it helps quite a bit. Let's also send the shape to the level. Now let's shape this a little bit better. Just a matter of finding kind of the right values here. Doesn't have to be, you know, obviously just the same as the tune, but close. Oh, cool, I like it. So now that we got this, we need to set one important part here. Let's turn on FM from B. So we're gonna pick up some of these cool elements that this oscillator B has. We don't want to go full on, you know, but just like I'm leaving the filter open as it is so we can hear what's going on, because in a bit we're gonna just take it off. And now we're gonna add a bit of bend here. So it just feels a bit better. You can play with the phase. Sits in a better spot. I like this as it is. Cool. let's just take care of the glide here, because now we can have like this better bends, the note change. And now we need to kind of craft the filter a bit better, just so we don't get that much information coming from, especially from the tops. So if you hear ENEI's tune, it's not that aggressive on this section here of the spectrum. We need to make sure we control that. Alright, looks cool to me. Now let's apply some effects, alright? Let's flip this into the effects tab of Serum. Okay, so first things first, a bit of distortion. Also being automated by our envelope too. So we just get like a harsher distortion on the peaks of the envelope. We're gonna go with the tube for this one. Yeah, it's sounding good and looking good on the spectrum. I'll show you in a bit. Now let's turn a bit of chorus, because we want to wind this up a bit, but in a more of a healthier way. Something like this should be fine. It's looking good. Now let's pick up on the compressor and do some multiband here. It's a good part for us to check our span. I'm gonna leave it here like a small window. So look what's going on. You open it up. Getting a bit of stereo here that we're gonna take care in a bit, but we need this sub to come a bit louder. We need to get there. Our mids are looking fine though. Let's take quite a bit of these tops. Now let's just EQ, since we took them off. We gotta kind of bring them in a different way. Sounds good. All right, so now that we've pretty much finished processing this on our effects tab here on Serum, we can add a couple more effects on Ableton just to make this a bit better, all right? Let's get into it. So for this one, we gotta go with our reliable isotope trash 2. Okay, he just does what it takes for the sound, because we're just gonna mindfully distort it, all right? We don't want to go over the top. We don't really want to like give it a shot here on a multiband for now. We're just gonna kind of trying to boost the sound a bit better just by wave shaping a bit of this clip control, all right? So let's take a listen. Without trash, just applying 2 on the drive, which you can actually bring back to like 1. Just wave shape this a bit. Now let's take a look at our spectrum. See, it's getting there. Now we just need to fix this kind of low end width that we got going on here. So we're getting stereo on our sub, and we don't want that. And the easiest and the best way to take care of this is by adding an EQ after, at the end of the chain. We're gonna set one of these parameters to side. So this band is gonna be just side. So we're gonna take all the stereo information up until I would say like 90-ish hertz. We can go on that route, right? See, there's like the main sub-harmonic. We want these to be dead centered in the middle. So now, if we look at our span, we'll see there's not a single piece of side information there. Okay, now to make this just a bit better, we could widen this and make it a random phase, so it just creates different hits, you know, and you can bring like a bit more natural movement to it. But at the end, I feel like we got there. So let's take a listen and play this on top of ENEI's runner to see if it kind of matches, all right? Okay, let's go. So yeah, guys, I think we did it, right? It sounds pretty good. It's a decent sound for you to use on plenty of different tracks. It's really versatile, so give it a shot, right? I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace!
Yo, this is Molecular with DNB Academy. Make sure you check out the full-length masterclass course that I'll be dropping with DNB Academy. Peace.